everybody, thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. My name's John Campea, and this is a special user-submitted question. Now, every day on the John Campea Show, Monday through Friday, we take live questions, and sometimes people send in tips of like $50 or more. And when they do, I like to honor that by not only answering the question on the show, but also answering their question in their own standalone video. And that's what we're going to do right now. And this next one comes to us from Tiberius, who writes, "Can't describe the excitement when new Star Wars movies were announced in 2012 with the original cast coming back. Was beyond disappointed when Han, Luke, and Leia were not in any scenes together. All three of them at the same time. Does anyone else care?" All right, thanks for sending that in, Tiberius. And listen, I can assure you there are other people who care. Now listen, I love The Force Awakens. I love that movie. I'm not a big fan of the latest The Rise of Skywalker, but that's fine. But I love The Force Awakens. I really do like that movie a lot. And there's a lot of people who do, but even amongst the people who love that movie, there is a strong contingent of people who are like, you know what was a missed opportunity? The fact that we never had any scenes at all after waiting decades to have Han, Luke, and Leia all on the camera together, all in a scene at the same time. And that disappointment is absolutely understandable. These are the heroes that we grew up with. These three core characters. And of course, you want to throw in there Lando, 3PO, R2, Chewbacca. Yeah, but these were the three core characters. And for us to now come back to Star Wars and not get a scene with all three of them together, yeah, for many people, that felt like a little bit of a missed opportunity. Do I think that that's a major flaw of the movie? Well, I'm actually going to take the slightly unpopular opinion. No, I don't think it was a big flaw of the movie. Now, look, don't get me wrong. As a lifelong Star Wars fan, was I looking forward to seeing Han, Luke, and Leia on screen at the same time? Absolutely, I was. As a Star Wars fan, would I have loved seeing Han, Luke, and Leia in a scene together at the same time in that movie? Absolutely, I would have. That being said, I'm also a believer in story comes first. I'm very much a hardcore believer in that. Story comes first, fan service comes second. Now, let's be honest here. Having Han, Luke, and Leia on screen at the same time would have been just that, fan service. And fan service isn't automatically a bad thing. Sometimes it's a very, very good thing. But story should always come first. And if they sat down and they plotted out their story and they're realizing having this element of fan service, as good as it would have been of Han, Luke, and Leia all together, it disrupts our story, or it disjoints our story, or it makes our story not make any sense. It doesn't flow with it. It doesn't work for it. In that type of a situation, my vote as a film fan would be put story first. Story first is always more important. And you don't rewrite your movie just to have a single scene of fan service. I mean, again, then I'm all for fan service. Avengers Endgame is a movie that's loaded with fan service, and it's incredibly fun and very enjoyable. But none of the fan service they put in there wrecked their story or made them deviate from the story they wanted to tell. If this was the story they wanted to tell, then narratively it would have been pretty problematic trying to have Han, Luke, and Leia all on the screen at the same time. So I'm okay with it. Would I have liked it? Obviously, very much. But the fact that it didn't jive with the story, I'm actually okay with it. But do not think for a second, Tiberius, that you are alone in wishing you had got that scene, because an awful lot of Star Wars fans wish they did, and it's totally understandable. Anyway, guys, what do you think about that? Jump on down to the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for me for now. Thanks a lot for being here. My name's John Campea, and until the next video, bye-bye.